AJ thinks I'm an idiot for thinking there's any lower meaning behind it.
Any lower meaning? I don't know.
Or
Maybe
higher
they just
meaning or
wanted to.
anything.
Oh,
Any other meaning behind it.
other than just being straight up creepy.
Yeah. All right, well, we're live, and that's a fantastic conversation to start on.
Yeah, we are live. So,
Fuck you.
eggs.
Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me?
It's okay. I put my phone on silent now, so if you text me, you're not going to get to hear it.
Was that genuine or was that or did you do that on purpose?
I did that on
Oh, okay.
purpose.
By the way, the
Oh,
videos we were talking about just the very beginning, that was "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared." Go check it out. It's really good.
yeah, you showed your girlfriend.
Yeah, she
Uh,
got creeped out. She said it started stressing her out halfway through the second video. As soon as she saw the clock jump off the wall, she's like, "No, no, 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 no."
the time one.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the best
I
one.
know. All right. So the big news is you finished The Last of Us finally after
Yes,
4 years,
3 years.
3.5.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, I finally sat down. So I got a PS4, like probably within the first few months it came out, and I got The Last of Us remastered with said PS4. Never touched it.
Yeah.
I played it right when I got it, up until you kill Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't even get Ellie, and then I was like, it's just not doing it for me. And I kept retrying, and I would get a little further each time. And I finally said I have to play it before the second one comes out.
Yeah.
So in a span of 2 days, I beat The Last of Us and The Last of Us Left Behind.
All right. And
Now, for
now,
speed's sake, I did play on normal though.
okay, yeah, of course. That's kind of what I'm doing with Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah.
except I don't have the game.
So you have to wait until.
Yeah. All right. So now we get to here's the deal. What out of 10? First off, how we usually do it. Of course, me. It's my perfect game. That's a 10 out of 10 for me. What is your ranking?
I think it's a 9.
9. All right. We
It's a 9.
we got past
I
that. Now
so
now from now on, spoilers ahead from now
y-
on.
yep, for the entire game,
All
DLC
right.
and all. So I just want to go ahead and talk about three things that brought the game down, in my opinion.
Okay.
Okay, so first, I wasn't the biggest fan of the gameplay.
Okay,
Like
understandable.
the way the weapons sway and like the limitations. I understand it's an apocalypse, so I understand the lack of items.
Mhm.
But the way the camera felt and everything just didn't float right with me personally.
All right.
Second, my the one segment that actually was a nightmare for me, winter. I
Really?
I hated winter. Winter was my least favorite season.
Really?
Yes, I know, a very unpopular opinion, but I
Very.
really did not like winter.
What
The
was it? What was it about Winter? Was it the story? Was it the
it was a it wasn't the story. The story was really good. I actually didn't like playing as Ellie in the main game.
what?
I thought because I knew nothing about winter and spring because I had gotten to fall. That was the farthest I'd gotten, was like near
Okay.
the
Yeah.
end of fall.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never knew that you would play as Ellie, so I was convinced you're gonna play as Joel for the entirety of the main game, and then the DLC is when you finally get to play as
Okay.
Ellie.
Okay.
So to me, knowing that I get to play as Ellie in the DLC, but then getting to play as her in the main game, kind of took away from the DLC.
All right. Understandable. Whoa, that was a hell of an echo.
Yeah, it was a really bad echo. And then I actually had a problem with the DLC,
I
and
do too.
it's
All right.
I did
If I were
not.
to rate, everything by with the DLC, it's a 9.5 for me. All right. The DLC actually brings it down. But if I rate the game by itself, then it's a 10.
My problem with the DLC was the scene where Ellie and what was the girl's name again?
Riley.
Riley, where they're dancing on top of the counter, and Ellie says, "No, I don't want you to go." To me, that scene was fine right there.
Yes.
But they had to make them kiss, and I'm like, absolutely not.
Yeah. You gotta remember when this game was made. All right. This
2014.
game, yeah, 13.
Oh yeah, that's
This
right.
game was made right, I mean, like right before Gamergate. Yeah, and I completely agree with you 100%. I feel that was so forced. That
I
was
do too.
such a
Not only
forced
that
scene.
though. Not only was it forced though, everyone's like, "Oh my god, yes, I'm so glad Ellie's a lesbian." No, if anything, all that kiss was in my eyes was a sign of friendship because emotions are running high. Her best friend has literally told her, "I'm never gonna get to see you again."
Yeah.
Basically, this is our last day to ever spend together. Emotions are running high, so that's
In
all
my
it is.
in my feeling, it's not as much of them putting it in because what they wanted to do because they've already had a gay character and he worked really well.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah, Bill. We
Bill
already
was a
had the
great
gay
character.
character. Yeah, fantastic gay character. All right, possibly in my mind, what made him so great was the fact that he wasn't gay. Like he was gay, but not gay. All right, he
He
wasn't
was
like he wasn't in your face. That what the most interesting thing about Bill was not the fact that he was gay. All right. And so they take Ellie, this built up character. And my problem wasn't the fact that they made her lesbian, and it wasn't the fact they made her anything else. It wasn't the fact they made her anything. It wasn't the fact they made her this or that. It's the fact that they made her something. All right. They sexualized Ellie. You take
which
this
they did
innocent girl, all right, and they put a sexual, they put something in there that didn't need to be there.
exactly. If they were gonna try to make Ellie a lesbian, they should have handled it like they did with Bill. Because
Yes, like,
the entire time you're with Bill until the very last segment with Bill where you push the car,
yeah,
the only thing you refer to him, the only thing you ever hear him call his his partner is his partner,
yeah,
not specifying whether it was a male or a female.
yeah, until you see him hanging.
And
And
that
even
was a
then, even
great.
then, yeah, even then, it's still not unless until he says, "Well, I hate you too." It's not specified that, and it's not guaranteed the fact that it was a loving relationship more than just
The only thing
partner.
that guarantees it was a at the very least a sexual relationship between two males is one of the pieces of paper you find.
Yeah,
The note the guy left for Bill.
and that's when it shows you, and that's what and they handled it very well. But I've always felt this way, and if you actually go on to some forums that are like, "Oh my god," and back when it was speculation for number two, people were like, "Oh, I can't wait to see to play as a lesbian main character and stuff like this." It's like, dude, first off, her sexuality is not blatantly stated. Yes, it was a kiss, but I don't think. But I agree with you. I think story wise, they're gonna make it where it was nothing more than that. But I just feel like it was a forced scene. I feel like it was a scene that was unnecessary, and it was just let's have diversity for the sake of diversity. That's exactly how I felt it was, and I hated that. And I felt ripped off. I felt
I
like,
agree.
how can you go so low? Like you done so well with creating this character. And I'm not saying that just because she's lesbian, it ruined it. Absolutely not. I'm saying the fact that it felt forced, and you go in and
It was just poorly done. They
it
could
was
have handled
very
that
poorly done,
so much better.
and it didn't add anything. Eh,
For example, if they were to have still had them kiss, the absolute best point to do it would have been right after when they were laying out their options after they got bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would feel a lot less forced and it would feel much more natural.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are my only three problems
And,
with the game.
all right. And you mentioned the gameplay and the weapon system.
The gameplay and the weapon system, and personally, it's not my style, but
That's one of my favorite parts of the game. I handed off to my roommate, and he didn't like the gameplay. I remember Ben complained about it. You were complaining about it. I
oh, I don't know.
loved.
I don't know what I don't know what you're talking about with Ben. I was talking to him yesterday, and he loves it.
Oh, he does. Okay. Video
His
game
thing is
donkey hates the gameplay.
Should I donkey?
No, but I loved it. Like, all right, where the
I'll give him.
gameplay
It's
shines to
unique.
me. Where the gameplay shines to me is actually in the multiplayer. Some people I've heard say, "Oh, the multiplayer seemed like it was unnecessary. It was they just threw it in there just to have multiplayer." Honest to God, the multiplayer in The Last of Us, I don't know if you played any of it, but it's my favorite multiplayer of almost all like shooters, any game of that kind, like third person
No,
shooters
I've
or whatever.
never played it. I
You,
never
you need
played
to.
any of the multiplayer.
You need to. It's honest to God one of my favorite multiplayers in all video games.
I'll have to try it out
Yeah,
after
it's
next time I when I reinstall the game, because now that I beat it, I
yeah.
uninstalled it because I needed the space on my PS4.
Yeah, of course. And but what makes it so unique though? By the way, we could play together because this is what makes it so unique is the fact that teamwork is so utilized. You need
Oh yeah,
communication
you
is
need to
insanely
communicate.
important. Yeah.
It's like Call of Duty Zombies. Like, you need communication.
Yeah, and see you can do the listening mode so you kind of know and if someone runs, they appear on the map.
So
If
I want
someone
to.
runs, they appear on the map, and you have to craft a bunch of stuff. It's a lot of stealth, and there's a lot of communication. And you got to act as a team and be like, because I remember I'd be in games where the entire team is talking to each other, and like, all right, we got a hunter over on the right side, we got someone in the building. Who's up top? Who's going to take the guy out in the building? And it's a lot more fun to me.
It sounds really interesting. I'll have to give it a shot next time because I'm gonna play through it again before Last of Us 2 drops.
Oh, of course, me too. Right now, I'm playing
Like,
on it on Grounded. By the way, Grounded
oh
is
God,
insanely hard.
no, thank you. I played a bit ungrounded on a buddy of mine's
Yeah,
PS4 because he's playing a grounded playthrough. That is ridiculous. Like the game, it's not that the game is that much harder. No, it's the fact that they took away
listening
listening,
mode. I know.
and that makes the game infinitely harder.
Yeah. And you have no idea how much health you have.
You have a pretty good idea if you just
Yeah,
remember how much you've been hit.
true. Let's see here. What was the part that I was stuck on? I was stuck on Oh yeah. Remember when in the suburbs when you have that guy in the sniper tower?
Oh yeah.
You got the guy in the top and he's just sniping you and everything like that. You got to get to him.
So
Try going through that on grounded with only
no,
one
thank you.
supply with a brick. All right, no. This is what I was. I was on the brink of death. I had no health. I had a brick, an arrow, and that's it.
Oh, that
A
sounds
brick
terrible.
and an arrow. It took
Dude, I
me
can do a lot with it. I
it
can do
took
a
me
lot with a brick.
combined 5 hours to beat that part.
Hell no. No. I will say though, I'll give him props where props are due. I love trying to sneak around. I like throwing bricks and bottles.
Hey, wait, hold on. Are you a brick or a bottle guy?
Depends on what I'm doing. If I'm trying
I'm
to
a bottle
lure
guy.
if I'm trying to lure a single person, I'll use a brick. If I'm trying to lure a group, I'll use a bottle. I use both a lot.
I'm a bottle guy. If I can find a
However,
bottle, I use a bottle.
however, I'll always carry I guess I'm a brick guy. I'll always carry a brick on me in case things go south, so I can just bash a head in with it.
You can bash a head with the bottle too.
The bottle takes longer though.
No. I'm a
At
bottle
least
guy. I love the idea of having Joel as some kind of with some kind of alcoholic beverage on him.
I can see Joel's an alcoholic.
I love the idea of him
Well,
having like someone
uh,
seeing him and he's got like a beer bottle on his side.
I lie. I have one other slight complaint with the game,
Okay.
and it's a good and a bad at the same time.
All right.
I think they wasted the saddest moment of the game in the first 20 minutes.
Really?
I think Sarah's death was the saddest moment of the game.
Um yes and yes, but they did it for a reason. Because if
All
it
right.
wasn't for the fact that you already lost Sarah, they had to take you through the tragic loss of Sarah for you to care so much about Ellie in the end.
Well, I completely understand that. I completely understand that.
Yeah.
But it was just very well done. I'll give him that. It was beautifully done. It's my favorite scene in the game because it's just so good and so well done. But
It's one of those that took my breath away. When I originally played The Last of Us, I had never seen a trailer. I had no idea what I was getting into. All I knew is that the game took place after a zombie apocalypse. That's all I knew. All right, and it actually affected me pretty hard, man. it hit me hard when I first played it because in the beginning, I was like, okay, so this is his daughter and everything like that. We're gonna play with his daughter, and then I was completely confused. In the end, though, you care so much about Ellie. I gotta ask you real quick. I gotta ask you: did you kill the doctors?
I did.
You did.
I did. I didn't actually know until after I did it and I was looking up some of the stuff on like alternate things that I could have done. I didn't know that I could let the doctors live. I thought I had
Um,
to kill them because when I
I
got
don't
too
remember
close
what
to
I did.
Ellie, when I get too close to Ellie, the doctor drew a knife on me.
Yes, no, the first doctor you have to kill.
Okay,
The first doctor you have to kill. It's the other ones. It's the innocent ones, the ones off to the side.
good
I
to know
think
for my
I
next
think I
playthrough.
killed mine. I think I killed mine. But it's a very interesting thing. I've seen some different playthroughs where people went through some psychological analysis on people who killed the doctors and people who didn't. It's very interesting. I don't remember a single playthrough where I did not kill the doctors though.
Interesting.
But it speaks a lot because when you're going through that final level, when you're going and rushing to save Ellie and running away from everybody, you feel it.
Oh yeah, no, like I
Yeah.
remember the part right before you get to the doctors where there's like 10 dudes in that one room.
Yeah.
I remember this is what I did. I snuck around them. I got to the very back
Mm-hmm.
and I threw a bunch of explosives and got like 8 of them and then just took out the other 2 and bolted.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was not I was like I don't have time to fool around.
You got to go save Ellie.
It's like I have to go save Ellie. I
And
could
when you
not
get in there, and you're with those doctors in that room, dude, like
it's that moment of
I know you said, oh, I didn't know whether or not to let them live or not. But even if you did know you can let them live, or you're not thinking about that. You're thinking
yeah,
about
you're
only
not
Ellie.
thinking you're thinking do I say and I will say I am kind of upset that I didn't play this game sooner
Yeah.
because there's a lot of things in that game that the experience is taken away from with my knowledge that The Last of Us 2 is coming out.
Yes.
I hate that for myself because I
I
actually
told you.
back
I
when I
told you.
back when I
I
first played the
told
game,
you.
back when I first played the game, when I got to the point when Sarah died, I was so upset. And when I already knew about Ellie because she's on the cover and everything,
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, she's gonna die at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
she's gonna die, and I will get my heart ripped out twice in one game.
Mm-hmm. All right, I gotta
And
ask another question. Oh, yeah, continue your thought.
it just and I feel that tension of like I gotta go save Ellie wasn't quite as high because I already knew Ellie would be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Another question. Do you think Ellie knows he lied?
I actually was gonna bring that up. I don't think Ellie knows he lied, and I think that's gonna be a big plot point in The Last of Us 2.
Really?
I think it'll be a big plot point.
I've gone back and forth on that subject. I at first I didn't think she knew he lied, and then I've gone back and forth ever since then. But now I'm on the realization I think she knows. I think she knows he lied. I think she knows he's bullcrapping, but I don't think she blames him.
See, I don't think she knows.
Okay,
I just have that feeling, especially because for a lot of the game, she was so, for lack of a better word, innocent.
she is.
And I don't think she knows. Now, what did you do when Ellie presented you with the photo of Joel and Sarah?
Um,
The one she stole from Tommy.
yeah, yeah, I know. When she first gave it to me, she gives it to you right before the drafts, right?
Literally right before, yeah, just before the drafts.
Yeah,
Or is it
right.
just, it's either right before or right after the drafts.
I remember I stopped. In real life, I wasn't thinking as Joel then. I stopped and I looked at it. I was like, oh my god, this is. I sat there and looked at it. I didn't click any of the buttons. I just sat and looked. I don't remember whether I accepted it or rejected it. I want to say I accepted it, but I do remember that moment actually receiving it because I think you're entering a bus or it was right after you enter a bus or something.
No. You're in a camp. You're in a refugee
Yeah. You're
camp
in the
just outside the
yeah. You're
hospital, and this is just before the drafts. It was before the drafts because
yeah,
you're
just
out
before the
there in the
drafts and
refugee camp.
after. Yeah, because I remember you see the picture of a different family inside the bus.
Yeah, you see a picture of a family inside in the bus, and Ellie's the
You,
one who saw it, and it
yeah,
reminds her that she has the picture
yeah.
of Joel and Sarah. I did learn something off the wiki though. If you go through your bag before getting there at the beginning of that chapter, you'll see that Ellie has the photo, and you can get it right at the beginning.
Huh. That's interesting.
So let's talk about winter though, as and why it was my least
Okay.
favorite.
No, and you want to start out in summer and go
Okay,
through?
we'll start out with summer.
All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how annoying is Tess?
I actually like Tess.
Oh, I hated her.
I liked Tess. She stayed focused, and she really wasn't all that big of a problem.
As a character, yeah, she's great. I hated her AI.
Oh, her AI, I'll agree to that. Her AI,
Yeah.
also Ellie's AI is really bad as well. In summer,
Okay, yeah, in summer.
Ellie's AI is really bad. But
Once she gets a gun, though, she's helpful.
yes, and then but summer is probably my second least favorite.
Okay.
I every time I restart the game, I always hate the part where I have to go hunt down Robert.
Yeah.
It's the most boring part of the game
Yeah. Well, it's more of a teaching you
because
how to use everything.
yeah, it's the tutorial, but it's such a, in my opinion, it could have been done a lot better. Because
I'll
I've
say
played
this.
some really good tutorial, like the Kingdom Hearts tutorial is
Yeah.
a great tutorial.
Yeah. Um, the the whole when you walk through the black market per se, the
Oh
first
yeah,
time
I
you
like that.
yeah, when you walk through the back market and you have the dogs barking at you, you have the people and Tess is
By the way,
communicating with everyone.
15 rations a dog.
What?
15. It was. I looked at the sign on the for how
Yeah.
many ration cards a dog was. 15 ration cards per dog.
Seems like a deal to me.
That seems like a really good deal if you're Tess or Joel or someone with a lot of ration cards.
Yeah. But no, I thought that was so cool because that was one of my first experiences. You gotta realize something. I don't play games like this very much.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not the biggest gamer.
well, I'm a big sports gamer. I play a lot of sports games and I watch a lot of movies. And I don't play big adventure games like this very much. And when I first hopped in there, when I saw that, it kind of blew me away what it was capable of.
What these kind of games are capable of?
Yeah.
You're capable of some pretty
By
heavy
the way,
stuff.
fun tidbit: when I first got the game on my PS3, you've seen my PS3. It's old as fuck. It's one of
Oh
the
yeah,
originals.
yeah. So is mine. You've seen mine.
Yeah. Mine. I had to go buy a fan to put on my PS3 in order for it to not overheat and crash my PlayStation 3 when I first got the game.
Yeah, The Last of Us pushed the PS3 to its like breaking point.
I counted it. It would make my PS3 after a day of rest last 20 minutes and crash it.
Oh man, that's bad.
Yeah. I had to go buy a fan
Whew.
for it.
Worth it though.
Oh, it was oh god. I would buy another PlayStation 3 to play that game again.
Great game. So summer, yeah, but summer's a really weird section of the game. I also feel like summer was the longest.
It was long.
Like
Especially
summer
with
seemed really long, especially compared to winter and spring.
yeah, you had to go through. Let's see. Well, you start out in summer. We're
You, s-
going through the
well, you
beat
start out in
the
summer with Sarah,
Boston. Yeah, you start out.
then it
No,
jumps.
that doesn't count in summer.
I know, but that it's
Yeah.
still in the summer months.
All right. Cool. You start out with Tess and Boston. You got to
Then
get
you go
through that.
through. You go underground. You go outside the wall. You find Robert, beat
You
him
kill
up,
Robert, and then you
and then you follow the Queen Firefly.
yeah,
You
you
follow
follow
her.
her. Takes you to
Go get
Ellie.
Ellie.
Spend the night.
You don't even spend the night. You just get her and go. You go outside the wall. You get
Yeah.
busted by the cops. Learn Ellie's infected.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to the next town. I forget what it is. Tess gets bitten. You
Yep.
leave Tess. You and Ellie keep going. Then you go to Bill's.
Is Bill's in the fall?
Bill, I want to say Bill
No.
is in
No,
the
no, no, no.
summer.
Bill is not the fall.
Bill's in the summer, I want to say.
Let's see here.
I
Because
want to
what?
say
Well, Joel gets injured in the hospital in the fall. Fall is the
no, we're not at
Colorado.
fall. We're still in summer.
I know. I'm talking. Yeah, I know. But fall follows summer. I'm trying to figure out where does fall start.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. You go to Bill's. Yeah, you go to Bill's in
Yeah,
the
you go
summer.
to Bills, and oh my God, Bills is don't get me wrong, Bills part is one of my favorites in the game, but it's so long.
Yeah.
Like Bill's
Um.
part is really long compared to almost everything else.
The only annoying part of Bill's is the cemetery to me.
I think the school is more annoying.
Oh yeah,
We have to
yeah.
fight the
But I mean,
blood.
yeah. When you first see the first bloater.
Pretty cool moment though. You gotta give it
Oh,
that.
it was. Yeah, when it popped out of the, you don't expect the bloater. You expect a boss, but you don't expect a bloater.
Chapters: the quarantine zone, the outskirts, Billstown. I want to say Pittsburgh is the beginning of fall.
No.
No, Pittsburgh. No, yeah, we're still in summer. Pittsburgh
Yeah.
is summer, and then you go to the suburbs,
By the way,
and the
favorite song in the
suburbs is
entire
the
game.
end of summer.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's half the game.
yeah. Favorite my favorite scene or song in the entire game is the song when he's riding in the car. Is that old timey song or whatever it is? I
Oh,
don't
that's
remember any part of it. I just remember the old. I just remember how just old
it
timey.
fit the moment.
Yeah.
It fit the moment. It was really good. A really good choice. But yeah, no, summer is
Also,
half the game.
also the best joke in the entire
Why
game.
are these pages so sticky? I'm just fucking. That's not for you. I'm just fucking with you. Ellie's great. But,
Ellie, I don't think you should be. I'm just fucking with you, Joel.
but yeah, no, like summer is literally half the game.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't.
ridiculous.
Now that you say that, I didn't realize it went all the way down to the suburbs. That means in my playthrough, I just beat the
Fall
fall. Yeah,
or
because
no summer.
you gotta go through, or summer, you gotta go through the hotel, or that the
You go
skyscraper, the
through the hotel
basement,
where you
the
drown
skyscraper.
almost. Yep. And you almost drown, and
Yeah,
Ellie saves you, and you give her a gun finally.
is that not one of the most annoying parts of the entire game? Is that basement of the skyscraper where you got to do the generator for the
Yeah,
first time?
yeah, that's just annoying.
Ah,
But
I had to beat
yeah,
that part. I
summer.
think I had to beat that part for Ben.
Despite summer being half the game, it's my second least favorite.
Yeah.
It
All
just
right.
has too many parts that are bad,
Okay.
like the second half of the quarantine zone.
Okay. All right. Fall.
Fall. Oh my God, I loved fall. Fall was my favorite of
Mhm.
all four. Fall was my favorite, and it saddens me that it was only 2 chapters. But Tommy's Dam, I love the design. I love just
Yes.
a great one. And I will say, I did get stuck for about 20 minutes trying to figure out where the fuck that platform was for Ellie
Yes. In the dam.
in the dam. I was like, where
Yes.
is
I did
it?
too. I did too.
The game had to give me a hint.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. I'll take it. I need it.
I had to look it up.
Oh my God, that part's so hard. It's not hard. It's just like the very first time you do it, it's like, where is it?
Dude, on my fourth playthrough, I couldn't find it.
But no, Tommy's Dam and the university are my two favorite parts of the game. Tommy's Dam is great because I love when you get into the dam, how you're kind of reunited with Tommy. It's this real nice moment, despite that the last time they saw each other, they weren't on the best of terms. And I love that moment when Tommy attempts to give Joel the picture of Sarah.
Yeah.
And I think that's the moment. I think that's the true moment that Joel really started to care for Ellie
Yeah.
because he remembered it. It made him remember
Yeah. This
he already lost his daughter,
Yeah, this scene,
and now he has to
this
protect.
chapter is the most bonding of the two, especially the scene where Joel and Ellie kind of go at it when Ellie realizes what happens, runs away, and is inside the house, and she
No, when they're on
says,
the ranch, yeah, I
"Yeah,"
think
and she
that's the
says,
part.
"Everyone
That's
has left me, everyone fucking except for you."
yep.
That scene, I actually
That
wrote a
scene
paper.
hurts
I
though.
wrote a paper on The Last of Us for one of my classes in college, and I actually used that line. I use that line as a very powerful
To
line.
show the bond,
Yeah.
like show how much she really cares. But no, I think the most important part of that entire scene actually is Joel when he yells at her saying, "You're not my daughter, and I'm not your father."
Yeah.
That's the most important part, I think, because that he realizes, well, yes, she is important and she cares about him. He's not. He himself is not ready to open up.
God, I can't wait for the second one.
Oh, I can't
Oh,
imagine.
by the way, my screensaver popped up and it was The Last of Us.
Oh,
All right.
yeah. So university. First of
University
all,
was fun.
university is actually, I think, the easiest chapter
I will agree
in
with
the
that.
whole game. It's
It
very
only had one
empty.
hard part.
I didn't think it had any hard parts. It's
It,
super empty.
the only hard part was when you fall down into the bottom and you got to go through and you got to find the you got the clickers, the two clickers in the one room in the bloater, and you got to sneak around them.
I didn't even notice the bloater.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, I just kind of crept on through.
Oh, that took me a while.
To me,
It
had
took me a
no
while
hard
to figure
parts.
out what to do. Once they threw you into the Colorado University, it took me a while just to figure out what to do.
No, it didn't take me that long to figure out. Especially like I noticed the Eastern Colorado University is very similar to where I attend.
It
Dis-
is.
discretion, discretion. But it reminded me a lot of it. So it was really easy to navigate.
Mhm.
But I was not ready for Joel to fall on it and get impaled. Oh my god, I was not prepared for that in
Did you
any.
think he was gonna die?
I knew he wasn't gonna die. I was like, I
I
haven't
thought
even
he
got
died. My first playthrough, I thought he died.
again, another moment that ruined by my knowledge of The Last of Us 2.
Yep.
Ruined. Mm. But no,
I
I
thought he
was
died.
not ready. I actually thought though that he was gonna be paralyzed.
I didn't think that.
I
I thought he died when he fell off the horse. My first thought was, "Oh my god, we're going to finish it with Ellie. He's dead."
oh, man,
The
yeah, no,
rest
but
of this game is going to be Ellie's revenge. That is what I thought.
University pretty short chapter, but
Yeah.
easily one of my favorites.
It it is. There's no other way around it.
Oh my god, the part though where when you're still Joel after you got impaled
And you're
and Ellie
trying
yanked
you
you
got to
up and
stumble around and
you're
Ellie's trying to help you up and then you fall
so
down
it's
and Ellie shoots the
so
guy.
hard. It's so hard because you still
Yeah.
you are literally bleeding out and you still are protecting Ellie.
And you feel the pain too when you play it, man.
Oh my god, it's bad. Oh.
You could feel every every sharp pain he has. You feel it
Mhm.
in yourself.
They did a really good job with the way the camera sways and how it fades and then gets bright again, and they did a really good job with that.
And you know that Ellie's doing all the work for you. Like you're still gonna protect her. You go around like when you go into the science room and you go around the table, he's like he sees you and you go up to shoot him, but Ellie gets to him first.
Yeah,
And then you're fading back in and out, but you're just determined to protect her.
and then you finally make it out the door.
Yeah. And then the guy comes up behind Ellie, and you're like, "Come on!" And you can't say anything.
Okay, So before we get to winter, I actually think we should talk about the DLC because
Okay.
the way the DLC ends, it literally ends just before winter starts.
Yeah.
Or like you're already in winter, but it explains how she got the bow and how they already know
All
about.
right. So we've already established the whole the scene in the past. I want to say something. I absolutely loved the idea of this DLC. I loved the going back and forth and seeing Ellie's past the way they did it.
Yes, like flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that
And
was a great idea.
and find out how Ellie got the medical supplies and see what Ellie is going through in her first time
See,
being alone
that
and
that was
equating
that was a
Riley
question I had. I
leaving
was like,
her.
how did she? I was like, how did she have the knowledge, or how did she even patch up Joel?
Yeah. It's the I love the equating her leaving Joel as the same as Riley leaving her. She's equating the two and she's fighting to keep Joel so Joel doesn't leave her also.
Hmm.
I
And
loved
in the
that.
end, I do think she ends up loving Joel a lot more than she ever did Riley.
Yes. Yeah.
But the DLC, it was really short. I beat it in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour DLC.
It was really short. Like I thought it would be a little longer, especially since PlayStation wants you to pay $10 for it.
Yeah, but it came free with the
But
remastered version.
it did, so I didn't have to pay. But
Yeah.
really short, but it was straight to the point. My favorite part of the entire DLC, my favorite flashback part,
Mm-hmm.
is when you and Riley are playing with the water guns.
Yes.
By the way, got the trophy first try.
Really?
I got every single hidden trophy. I did everything
Huh.
without looking anything up. I found all the hidden dialogue. I found almost all the collectibles. I didn't get all those, but I also won every event. I won the brick throw. I'm the brick fucking master.
Yeah. No, I
That
did win
that
that one.
line
I won that one.
cracked me up so much. But no, the water guns, that shit was hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could feel my heart go racing.
Yeah.
Easily the best flashback part.
The DLC was fun as shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then the absolute best part of like the modern day stuff.
Did you see like the electrocution part?
Yeah, I of course.
Now that one was just that creeped me out.
What when the clickers got electrocuted?
Yeah, and then you gotta not get electrocuted. How many times did you get electrocuted? Be honest.
Zero.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Like it really wasn't that hard to figure out.
I got electrocuted 3 or 4 times. It was a cool animation. You should go back and actually just see the animation. It's a cool animation.
I might look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the whole DLC, like the entirety of the DLC, my absolute favorite part is the very end when Ellie gets on the horse and she ties Joel's bed and Joel to the back of the horse and she drags him through the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Just that was so genius of them
Mm-hmm.
to do that. Like it's such a small thing. Like how did Ellie transport him? There's your answer.
Mm-hmm. My favorite is actually when she gets in something hanging from the ceiling and it crashes. What was that? Was it
Something hanging from the ceiling.
something crashed and you're inside of what was it?
Oh, the plane?
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
not the plane, the helicopter?
yeah, the helicopter.
By the way, ear rape warning, I'm opening a Coca-Cola can.
That wasn't bad. Yeah,
Okay, good.
when she crashes the helicopter.
Well, she
Hanging
doesn't
from the
crash it.
I
She
know, it's
jumps
just
into it and the weight shifts and it
yeah, and it crashes. I thought that was a really cool scene.
that was pretty cool. My favorite bonding moment though, other than the water guns for Ellie and Riley, it's gotta be when they're in the photo booth. I love
Okay.
that scene so
Yeah.
much. Like I love the question, would you like to set these on Facebook? I I I had to set the controller
Forgot
down
about that.
and just and think about that. I was like advertising. Ding. That was a great thing though, but It was nice, and I was actually upset that the printer didn't work because I did like the pictures I took.
Uh, now the winter.
Ugh, winter.
Really? Was it that bad?
It, okay, so we're gonna go through winter in a little bit more detail than we've gone through everything else because
Okay.
winter is where my problems really lied with the game.
Yeah.
Okay. So first off, as I already said earlier, I did not like the fact that we played as Ellie in the main game.
Okay.
And to me, like we started the chapter as Ellie. I was not a fan of that. Second off, fuck that deer.
Yes.
That deer, I shot him straight in the head on my first shot, and he just I'm like, what? He just gallops away?
Deer do not act like this in real life. Yes, they keep going, but they're gonna die at some point.
But not if they go straight through the head.
Apparently not.
Insta kill. Okay, and then when you meet what's his name, Dave
Yeah.
or Dale, something like that.
Yeah.
When you meet him, I really liked the very first interaction where Ellie is willing to trade the deer for medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I hated the part where you just had to survive.
Yeah.
That was so freaking hard. That was the only point in the game in which I died more than one time.
Okay.
I died 8 times.
Okay.
Every single time, it would suck too, because every single time I am shooting somebody coming from one way, and Dale's like, "Oh my god, look out!" And then suddenly a clicker's got me.
Yeah.
I was like, "Where are they coming from?"
And then they drop the bloater on you.
Dude, that bloater was a piece of shit. I took him out with a Molotov and a headshot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like he's really not that hard if you can hit him right when he lands.
Yes.
But if you have to keep fighting him, if you don't get to him fast enough, then you're gonna have a problem.
Mm-hmm. I've never played the game on normal, by the way.
The normal made it pretty easy,
I've
but
only
I
ever
was
played it the one up above normal and grounded.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to get through it because I wanted to experience the story, not
Yeah.
spend countless hours trying to get through this one spot.
I loved the story so much. I loved playing as Ellie.
Oh,
I
don't get me
thought it
wrong, the
was.
story was great for Winter. Like the Winter story is really good. I just didn't.
I had a mini freak out when I learned I was gonna play as Ellie. When it first dropped, and it's like when you see the bunny and you're just like, oh my god, Ellie. Oh, we're playing as Ellie. I was like, oh my god, yes. Oh,
I had the opposite reaction. I was like, oh no, I'm playing as Ellie.
I was so excited to play as Ellie.
Maybe
And
that maybe I would have been excited if the DLC wasn't available
yeah,
when
and
I
see,
played
I
it.
hadn't played the DLC.
Yeah, and then
I didn't even know the DLC at the time.
well, the DLC didn't exist when the game first came out.
Exactly.
Lesson, kids, play games right when they come out.
Yes.
Don't let the future content spoil things for you or ruin them.
By the way, 24-hour stream for me. I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream when The Last of Us 2 comes out.
Oh, you're gonna try to beat the game in one day?
Oh, of course, dude. When The Last of Us remaster came out, I did that.
Oh, nice.
This is gonna be the only time I'm gonna take off. Like I hope it doesn't drop in finals week
Oh god, that would be terrible.
because they're talking about a December release date.
Oh no. Can't it be
Oh,
November instead? When all the big games come out?
I hope it's right after finals and I don't have to
No,
deal with it.
dude,
And
during
so I can
Christmas
do.
break.
Yeah, I so hope so.
Okay, so back to Winter though.
Yeah.
Then what was after that? Oh, the dudes follow you back to where you're hiding out, and you have to run away on the horse.
I liked that.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
I hated
especially
the
the horse animations.
I hated the next part though,
What trying to
where you had to hide from them.
yeah. No, no, no. The one thing that made me hate that part was Ben playing it. When I watched Ben play that part, all
Oh my
right,
god, I can only imagine.
Ben took 40 minutes to get from when you have the four huts and you're trying to get to the cliff basically.
Where the water is.
Yeah, yeah. It took him 40 minutes. And
Oh
it
my
wasn't 40
god.
minutes of going and dying. It was 40 minutes. He only died twice. It took him 40 minutes just to get from one side to the other
Oh god.
because
No, thank you.
he just you can ask him. I had to go downstairs and just quit watching him. All right, because it was
I'm gonna talk to him
infuriating
about.
me.
I'm gonna talk to him about that.
Do that. It was infuriating me. That's that part.
Ben plays games really weird.
He does.
Like
He
no
plays
disrespect.
them.
No
Imagine
disrespect,
the
but
wrong way to play them, and imagine a worse way than that, and that's how he plays them.
I'll give the audience an example. If anyone plays Dark Souls, they know half of the challenge of Dark Souls is not looking up where to go and not looking up where the items are. I got Ben into Dark Souls last year. The very first thing he did is he starts looking up where all the items are for
Yeah.
each new area. And I'm like, that literally tells you exactly where to go on the map. And he's like, no, it doesn't tell me the map. It just tells me where the items are. Ben, they have to kind of tell you how the map is laid out to tell you where the items are.
And then he goes, "Oh, I'm going to make it as realistic as possible. It's got to be as absolutely realistic as possible. I'm not going to exploit anything in the game."
Oh
And
my god, watching him play Halo is a nightmare. We're getting off track.
all right,
I love the part. I have a love-hate relationship with the house. The one
okay.
that Ellie gets to after that part we were just discussing.
Also, the fact that once you get inside the house, there's no one in there. Did that creep you out?
That did creep me out.
You're sitting there wondering, like you're just hiding and trying
I
to
kept
find
going in. I
whoever's
kept
going to
going
get in
into
there.
listen mode to expecting to
Yeah,
see someone. But
yeah.
that also is where my problem lies with it. That's why I have a love-hate relationship with it. I loved it because it was so abandoned and like that, but I hated it because right at the end of the house on that last hallway, there's that window with two dudes. I must have died there probably like 3 or 4 times. And Ben watched me. I sat there for 10 minutes out of sight from the window, waiting for the guys to go away. They never went away. And Ben swears up and down. He's like, oh, they go away, I promise. I'm like, it's been 10 minutes. They're not going anywhere. So I don't know if they actually do go away or not, but
I don't remember.
it's ridiculous. If they are supposed, oh my god, I had the fucking funniest glitch happen to me too. Ben watched it too. He had just got off work and he was watching me play a bit because I was still behind where he is.
Mhm.
And you know, right when you get in the house, how you fall into the cellar and you have to go up those stairs.
Yeah.
On those stairs, I cut the corner a little early, and Ellie like did the animation to stand up and crouch like 10 times within a span of like 3 seconds. She was like, "Brrrr." It was the single funniest thing. Like I had to put the controller down. I was laughing so hard.
I don't remember any good glitches for me.
I had quite a few glitches. Like I'll tell you about another one when I get to that part of the game. But after that, when Joel wakes up, that was a pain in the ass because when you first play as Joel again,
And you can't see anything?
not that you can't see anything. It's like literally you just get outside the house and they throw your ass into a fight.
Yeah.
I have no ammo, no med kits, no nothing because it takes it all away from you. Oh, and by the way, you have to kill like half these guys, or no, you have to kill half the guys, and then they'll run away, and you have to chase them down.
Yes.
Like, what? And then it cuts to Ellie, and Ellie's been abducted. That was hard to watch when she got how Dale made sexual advances on her. That was a little creepy.
Well, it's supposed to be.
I know, but that was weird. And then when he
It
like
was the chopping
bashes
up
her
the bodies that got me, man.
that wasn't that bad. No, what got me was actually when he bashed her skull into the fence and she started bleeding.
Yeah.
because I've had that happen to me. That shit hurts a lot.
What'd you
It's
do
not
to
fun.
get your head bashed into a fence?
My older brother,
Oh,
kids.
older brother. That's all you got to say. I had my first tooth punched out of my mouth.
I had my first tooth pulled out of my mouth.
Mine was punched out by my older brother.
So yeah. So and then after it switches to Ellie, that's when things got. That was probably the best part of the entire winter part, is when you're playing as Joel and Ellie and you're having to navigate the snow.
Yes, and then when you get inside the restaurant with
Okay,
Dale.
that's where my problem. That's where another glitch happened.
Okay.
So
What could possibly go wrong in that
I
scene?
must. So I thought that he set fire from the. I thought he was supposed to set fire to the place from the outside
Yeah.
because he was outside the building
Yeah.
shooting at me and all this
He never
shit,
came
yelling.
in.
Never once came in. I sat there for 15 minutes trying to shoot him, trying to find a way out, and I was like, all right. I have to look and see how the fuck I get out of here. And it turns out it was a glitch, and he's supposed to be inside the building. Oh, I was so mad. I was so infuriated. And then the boss fight is just really fucking hard. Like,
Oh no, it is.
that's a legitimately hard fight.
When I get to that and Grounded, yeah, I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah, you're gonna regret life at that point.
Yeah.
And then that's pretty much the end of the chapter for real.
All
Like,
right,
that's the
all right,
last
all right,
big
all right. How
thing.
did you feel when Ellie's just bashing your face in with a machete?
Oh, I felt great. I was like, you deserve to do this. You have the
Yeah.
full right to do this.
Yeah.
I read a lot of things. People were like, "Oh my god, that was way too gruesome. Like she went overboard." No,
That's when
I
Ellie
think
lost her innocence to me.
I disagree. I think she lost her innocence the moment Joel got impaled.
Okay. No,
Well, maybe not when he was impaled.
I don't think it's when he was impaled because she was legitimately trying to save him. I think it's when it was all for herself and she just lost completely control of herself.
Maybe.
And she realized how evil this world is.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the bus depot.
Huh?
Spring.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. I didn't hear what you said.
That's pretty much the end of winter. So spring.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I didn't hear what you said at first.
Oh yeah, the bus depot was pretty interesting with the tunnels and everything.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, I cannot believe I didn't talk about this back in the fall,
Yeah.
or not the fall, in the summer. Sam,
Oh yeah, yeah. Sam and
Sam, and
what's
what
the
was like we're both blanking.
black guys?
Last of Us, Sam. Oh, Henry.
Yeah, Henry was the older guy.
Henry.
Sam was the younger kid.
Yeah.
Did it catch you off guard
When he changed?
when he turned? Yeah.
No, because in the scene before he had shown
No, no,
that,
no. When
like,
it was
you
just
thought
like
he
when it
was-
was just like shown that he was bitten.
Oh yeah, that caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Okay, but and it also caught me off guard when Tess revealed she was bitten.
That one didn't.
Off guard. Okay, but back to the spring. I just wanted to quickly talk about those because we straight up passed over them.
They're forgettable characters though.
Well, Sam and Henry really are. Tess is not supposed to be.
No, no. Sam and Henry are though.
Yeah. Sorry, just having a conversation. Me and some buddies are gonna play Bloodborne in a bit.
All right.
So the Bus Depot was really interesting. I really liked that. This is also the famous giraffe moment I've heard so much about.
Yes.
That
Was
was
it underwhelming or overwhelming?
that was one of the best moments of the game.
Was.
Because at the beginning of this chapter, Ellie is super quiet and she's just not herself. and you can tell
Yeah.
something's really wrong with her. And you are going through this building, and she sees something, and she gets super excited all of a sudden, like she's a child. Like it shows her inner child
All right,
is
hey, real
still alive.
quick, I gotta pause this real. Oh my god, I thought that was on silent.
Oh, I
By the
just
way,
turned it on.
all right, I gotta go. I gotta go do something. Give me about 5 minutes. So just sit here, quiet, awkwardly quiet or something.
I'll just kind of keep going through.
All right, yeah, I'll come back and we'll just pick up wherever you are then.
Yeah, I'll just keep explaining to people.
All right, cool.
So I really did like the bus depot section of The Last of Us, the first section of Spring. Absolutely loved the famous giraffe moment. It was great. I even let Ellie pet the giraffe, and I pet the giraffe. That was a great moment. However, I really the highlight of the level is the underground tunnel for me because I really liked. First off, this is also where Ellie gives the picture of Joel and Sarah back to Joel, and that's a really impactful moment for me. Like I can't handle that moment. It was too much. It was too good. Ugh. Sorry, I'm tired. However, the highlight of the level, like gameplay wise, was definitely when you have to traverse the tunnel in the water and are trying to get through without alerting the clickers. That was such a pain. Like, like words cannot describe. Who the fuck? Oh, sorry, everyone. I just got a message. A buddy of mine got the Nintendo Switch. Like, you asshole. Oh, I'm gonna wait for medics. I'm just gonna wait for medics, everyone. So, uh, do 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh,
I'm back.
All right.
All right. That took a tad bit longer than I needed it to. All right.
That's all
So,
right.
where did you leave off?
I just kind of talked about the bus depot a little bit, but I got to the underground tunnel and I wanted to wait on you.
Yeah, when you have like four or three or four bloaters at the same time.
Again, I didn't think it was a problem. I got through the underground tunnel without alerting any
I
clickers.
had such a problem with bloaters, man. You're a lot more stealthy than me. That's my problem. I'm not a very stealthy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, all that Assassin's Creed, as much as I bash on Assassin's Creed, I used to play it a lot. All that Assassin's Creed is come in handy.
Yeah, see, I also played Assassin's Creed with very little stealth.
Oh, see, I 100%ed Assassin's Creed 4.
I 100% Assassin's Creed 3.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But I wanted to wait on you because of the underground tunnel, and
Okay.
uh, I just want to talk about the highway exit real quick. That is where the infamous uh, giraffe scene is, which really caught
Infamous.
me off guard.
I think it's the
Oh,
most famous.
oh, okay, not infamous. Infamous was the wrong word. The most famous, the most,
It's a very touching scene.
yeah, one of the most
I
well-known
honestly,
scenes.
see, when I first played the game, I went through this entire scene like that. And it wasn't until afterwards when I realized how touching of a scene, how meaningful the giraffes were. When I first saw giraffes, I was like, oh, hey, giraffes. Look, that's really cool because it's really cool to think, oh, the giraffes escaped the zoo and everything like that. It didn't hit me as this is supposed to be a meaningful moment, other than the fact that, oh, look at what this city looks like now. This is so cool.
Before I got to this point in the game, like I've seen snippets of the giraffe scene before, so I knew it existed.
Did you not realize how beautiful it was, though?
I didn't realize we were in the city. I actually thought you were in a zoo. I thought you had to cut through a zoo.
Oh,
So it was actually really cool that you weren't. I thought that was a real neat thing. But the uh the sneaking section of the underground tunnel where you have to get around all the clickers and everything, I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't die. I didn't alarm any clickers. Also, that was another thing that I wish they would have put more of. There weren't that many clickers in the game.
really?
I didn't think there was that many clicker sections in the game.
I do like the fact that they held him away a little bit.
I don't know, it's a personal thing. Some people like it, like you. Some people would have preferred a little more, like me.
I
Oh
like the
well.
fact that when you see a clicker, it's an oh shit moment.
Oh, it is an oh shit moment. I'll give you that much. It's
Yeah,
every time
it's
it's like,
not
oh,
like oh
fuck.
there's a clicker everywhere. It's a clicker as in oh shit there's a clicker.
Yeah.
Oh shit there's two of
But then
them.
the underground tunnel. That is when, just before you go in, it's when the picture of Sarah and Joel comes back up,
Yeah,
and that's really sad.
yeah.
However, I fucking knew it. I knew it was gonna happen from the first time I ever found out Ellie couldn't swim. I was like, that's gonna
That
bite
she was
me in
about
the
to
ass.
drown.
From the moment at the beginning of the game when she says, "Oh yeah, I can't
Yep.
swim," I knew it was gonna come and bite me in the ass at the end somewhere.
Yep.
Terrible.
Yep.
Fuck it. I swear to God, if Joel hasn't taught her to swim by The Last of Us 2,
She's like an adult, dude. She better know how to swim.
she knows how to play a guitar. I know Joel said he'd teach her how to do that.
Yep. And apparently he did.
Obviously, because you see it in the trailer for The Last of Us 2.
All right. So she almost drowns, which that was an intense scene again.
That was pretty intense. And then the Fireflies find them.
Did you feel relieved at first when you saw the fireflies, or were you afraid of them? Because they come at you with guns drawn.
They come at you with guns drawn, but that's a normal thing. Like you
Yeah.
have to be skeptical in that time, so I understand that. I was relieved that they found us, but I was still hesitant. I was like, something isn't quite right, especially after Eastern Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have full faith in them anymore.
I never liked the fireflies to begin with. I never had faith in them. I never liked them.
All right then.
It was apparent to me at the very beginning of the movie that the Fireflies are trying to portray them as the or the good guys at first in that first like when it right after Sarah dies that the title sequence and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
if the group is calling themselves the Firefly, like the news
Yeah. I
broadcasts.
knew I knew instantly. It's like, all right, these are the guys that they're gonna portray as the good guys. They're turn out to be the bad guys, and so I was skeptical of them.
You see, The Last of Us is interesting. I don't think there is an actual single bad guy.
There isn't. And
It's just
honestly,
a world
honestly, you are a bad guy too because you basically just doomed the world from its last hope.
because you wanted to
Because,
keep Ellie.
hmm which honestly I would do the same.
I think I would too, and I know it's selfish, but you know what? Fuck you. Fuck the world.
The world doesn't deserve Ellie.
The world didn't deserve Sarah.
Yeah, I don't know. She was selling some hardcore drugs. I don't know how clean she was.
And she wasn't even willing to help pay the mortgage.
I know.
How dare she?
She gave Joel a broken watch.
Oh, ha ha. So the hospital, though.
Oh God, we went
The
from this to that. All right.
oh god. Okay. Yeah, Sarah is best character.
Oh yeah.
She she really was the most, and I hate that I'm getting this, but
Honestly,
she was the most
I've
human.
never heard anybody actually discuss this. Do you think Sarah actually did sell hardcore drugs?
No,
Really?
I don't.
I mean,
She's for
Joel is one of those parents that seems like he would not care.
Joel. That's true. Probably wouldn't care as long as she didn't get caught. But I really don't think she was selling hardcore drugs. She was that like she's just innocent. She's a real innocent girl.
All right.
Like you can be innocent and know what drugs are like.
Oh yeah. All right, back to the hospital.
So the hospital was interesting, and I found it a little weird gameplay wise that when you get to the hospital, they would give you another gun.
Yeah, they
I
gave you
would,
the assault rifle, right?
yeah, they give you the assault rifle, and I'm like, it's the end of the game.
You needed it.
You do need it. I'll give you that. Like the Fireflies could take a bullet.
Yeah.
They took headshots like champs, man. I hated trying to get through there. Those bitches were just tough. But the overall pinnacle of this section, though, is the very beginning when Marlene interviews Joel and fucking guts him or
Mhm.
punches him in the gut, and then has her lackey threaten to kill him.
Mhm.
And then the end when you rescue Ellie and Marlene tries to steal her.
Mhm. And when you shoot that dude in the balls,
Yeah, that was pretty great.
you're like, "Where's Ellie?"
I will say though, I do like that they gave a reason. Like they explained why Ellie was immune, and they also explained what the infection actually does.
Yeah.
Like you don't see very many like you see some zombie stuff explain what it does, but I can't think of any that have explained why this person is immune.
Mhm.
So that was interesting. I also think it was really interesting that the fungus grows on the brain.
Yeah.
Uh,
The fungus itself is actually, in my opinion, one of the best zombie like reasons for zombies
as compared
because
to like a virus.
it might be one of the most realistic ones because you we do see this in ants and insects. This is an actual thing.
Yeah, I was about to say like that the fungus they used in The Last of Us is based on one we have here on Earth.
Yeah.
It infects mostly insects, but
And has been known to infect rats, I believe.
I don't know about that, but I do know it infects insects for sure.
Okay. I
But
want to say that I saw a zombie rat once somewhere.
maybe. But then we come to the point we talked about earlier. does Ellie think Joel is lying?
Yeah.
And just that whole conversation. And I don't think she knows. And I really think that'll be a big point of the second game. I also think
Uh,
another point in the second game will be Ellie trying to find out more about her mom
ooh, I've actually never heard that.
because we know Ellie was given to Marlene really early in her life.
Well, I think we do know her mom's name. I don't remember it, but it was in one of the comics that are canon. I don't remember her
Like,
mother's name.
Anna. Note from mom.
Yeah.
Ellie, I'm going to share a secret with you. I'm not a big fan of kids, and I hate babies, and yet I'm staring at you, and I'm awestruck.
I remember this note. I remember this note.
Oh, Anna or Anna, however you want
Oh,
to
no.
pronounce it.
Is it where was this in the game?
This note is found in the Lakeside Resort.
Okay. In the Lakeside Resort,
Yeah, Winter.
winter. How does Ellie find this in winter?
She finds it.
In the DLC? No, that's in the
No,
mall.
no, the DLC is the mall. She
Yeah.
finds it in the cabin where I glitched out and I waited on those dudes.
Yeah.
You can find it, however, it is also automatically in her backpack.
Oh, okay.
So I think it actually might be just in her backpack and you don't unlock it until you look for it, like in your backpack.
Yeah.
One of those.
I remember seeing it. I don't remember where though.
Interesting though. And then the prologue. What did you think of the city that they stumble or city we'll call it that they stumble upon?
That's his brother's town.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll still be there for The Last of Us 2? Or do you think they'll have moved
Yeah.
on?
No, I think that's where it's gonna start.
Well, all right then.
I guess that's where we end.
I guess so. That's the whole game. DLC. We talked about most everything in the game. Overall, really good game. Story was amazing. Gameplay held it back,
Okay.
personally.
I'm telling you, if you play some of the on multiplayer,
Hmm.
I loved it just because of the whole team dynamic.
Oh, I love a good team dynamic.
All right.
All right, well, I guess that was my review of The Last of Us. Thanks for being with me, Maddox, because you are the resident Last of Us expert.
Yeah, really, really, really big fan of the game. No, like literally, I think you know Ben was there. You weren't there. I cried when I first saw the trailer to The Last of Us 2. I
I could.
legitimately cried. It came out. Listen to this. It came out on my birthday. Like
Oh,
I woke up on my birthday, pulled up YouTube, and I saw it. I was like, "This is the greatest birthday present I could receive today," and I cried when I saw it.
I could believe it. I could believe it because I know
Uh,
how much you just love Last of Us 2.
no, like this is what happened. This is what happened. I took it. I saw it on my computer. I ran my computer downstairs. I stole the headphones off my little brother because I couldn't find mine. So I had to steal his Turtle Beaches off of him, plugged them into my computer. Um, and my little brother described it as me sitting on a couch looking in the computer and crying.
Well, hopefully the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer decides to come out on my birthday. That would be a present.
All right.
But like I said, great game. Can't wait. I can't wait for the sequel. Now we wait for E3.
Yeah,
E3 so close yet so far. We need to do a stream on
we
E3.
will. We will.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining, everybody.
All right. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and please watch our other videos. Trust me, they're a lot more interesting than this one. This one actually wasn't that bad.
This one was a little boring because it's us talking about
Yeah.
4-year-old game that literally
Don't
everyone has played.
if you watch our last COD podcast, skip the last 20 minutes of it. It's just us rattling on about eggs.
My text tone. Link description if you want text tone.
All right. All right. See you guys. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. This has been the Loose Cannons. This is Maddox. Jacob.
I said this is
Oh, your thing glitched out. All right. And this is Maddox. This is the Loose Cannons.
eggs.